Sky News 6 HD is giving us the clearest picture yet of Oklahoma's improving roadways. A national group that's often been critical of our state's transportation system is now crediting Oklahoma for reversing a decades-long trend of deteriorating roads and bridges. We're live over just one example now, the I-44 corridor between 145th and 193rd East Avenues. The three bridges along this stretch of highway were all rated structurally deficient, but they've been replaced and the interstate widened. In fact, this new report says the state has cut in half the number of structurally deficient bridges. And while we have come a long way in the past decade, that report also points out there is still plenty of work ahead of us and a lot of potential roadblocks.
News on the 6 anchor Ivana Johnson is live with a closer look at what the report says. New at 6. Ivana?
Well, Craig, you know, those potential roadblocks will certainly come if the federal government cuts some $600 million of funding for Oklahoma roads. The director of ODOT says TRIP's report, this analysis certainly provides a good guide, a good guideline, he says, but he points out that his number one priority is repairing all of Oklahoma's structurally deficient bridges. Potholes, buckling bridges, and inadequate interstates pose huge risks for Oklahoma drivers. But what a difference a decade makes. Increased transportation funding from the 2005 legislative session has paid off.
Improvements that the state is making now to the roadway will go a long way towards making it safer. And like I said, making sure that if a driver does make a mistake on the roadway, that they don't pay for that mistake with their life.
TRIP, an independent transportation research group, says Oklahoma's overhaul has greatly improved driver safety. Still, the state's deadly accident rate is some 30% higher than the national average.
Now, this comes even after the overall fatality rate has been reduced by 6% in recent years. So it's coming down slowly, but it's still significantly higher than the national average and higher than we would want it to be.
Statewide construction projects included adding median barriers, rumble strips, and rehabbing 300 miles of Oklahoma's interstates. Yet ODOT's federal funding may be slashed by some $625 million by October. Even if the transit budget is tightened, officials say the needs here are clear.
And our first priority will remain our structurally deficient bridges. We're going to stay on course with getting our bridges to a manageable state where the bridges are not managing us, we're managing the bridges.
ODOT says within the next 7 years, nearly all of Oklahoma's state-maintained bridges will be structurally safe. Live, Ivana Johnson, News on 6.